is CSGO like moving to Europe or something?
What do you mean?
Because 100 Thieves released their CS team. And I
Yeah.
watched the video and he said it's because like all the CS stuff is like going to Europe apparently.
Probably because just there's so little NA teams now. Like NA as a whole is not popular at all.
It's like completely dead now.
I mean, you have, what do you have? You have EG, you have Complexity, you have Liquid.
Is that it?
Like, that's it. Like, and then the rest is just like EU, you know. Like I'm surprised C9 is still in it. I think I feel like C9 is probably gonna pull out soon. 100 Thieves pulled out. Like, it's so EU dominating right now. Oh yeah, Complexity. Actually, you're right. Complexity isn't even NA anymore. They moved to EU, so some of their American players are living in EU. That's very true.
Poor NA, just
yeah. No, NA just
bad at every esport.
NA just died in CS hard. And in my opinion, I think NA is that's a big L to the community to lose NA, because I think they brought so much hype and so much excitement into the game and scene. So for that to be lost kind of sucks. Yeah, CS
losing a whole region of anything is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, NA brought huge money too.
Yeah.
They had big orgs. Huge.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that CS is quite literally dying.
Yeah, I mean,
but somehow, here's the weird part, and this is probably why 100 Thieves pulled out. CS is undeniably dying, and yet players are still getting paid like 40 grand a month. Or it's 30, 40. Like, it's just, I don't understand where this money's coming from and how it's still pumping. It's fucking crazy.
Has to be sponsorships. It's really it. Merch too. Merch is probably insane, honestly, for the companies.
I
don't think so.
No.
Is there a single esport that NA is good at?
Maybe Rocket League, but I don't know enough about.
Do we got Rocket League? Is that all?
I mean, I honestly don't know, but that's like one where I know there are really good NA players. I just don't know if it's dominated by NA. But Rocket League,
Call of Duty,
you know,
Call of Duty. Yeah, COD is a lot of. I mean, COD is COD though. That's like the easiest game on the planet.
It is. It's true.
So
you gotta respect the skill though. Still, you know.
Oh no,
That's
it's still.
level,
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It is like the, you know, very simple kill, like time to kill wise, right?
Isn't League still really big?
Well,
no, we're talking
like,
NA.
Really good at though. NA sucks
like
at
NA.
League.
Oh,
Yeah.
NA.
NA just
destroyed.
got owned recently.
They did so bad at Worlds. It was so disappointing.
Are you make a lobby mic?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I thought we were just chatting still. My bad.
I cried a little watching Worlds this year.
I don't.
It was sad.
I don't really understand League, so I didn't know what was happening.
If you can understand Dota, you mean?
Well, yeah, like I can understand how, like, I understand how a team's winning and losing, and
you meant like?
I just meant like I don't understand the specifics. Like, I don't know what any character does. You know?
Yeah.
And that's pretty important.
That's true. So a big thing that just came out or it's been talked about a ton recently is a bunch of like the League of Legends teams. The LCS teams some of their people refuse to play versus their academy teams because they don't want them to get better. And like Eastern teams and stuff will play all day with new talent to get better and better. So they improve a lot faster as like a region.
Are they even allowed to do that though? Like contractually, right? Like not play your academy team? I assume it's academy team. I guess so. If they're not doing
apparently, I mean, it's a big like discussion point right now in like the league scene.
Yeah, it just sucks for NA because like you kind of like benefit off of each other a little bit. So if NA as a whole is kind of shitty, it won't advance as quickly as if they were all really, really good, you know?
For sure, because like the practice quality is just lower.
Yeah. No, dude, the amount of shitty fucking scrims we used to get. Oh my god.
Like wasted time scripts.
Fucking, I would say like half of our practice was a waste of time.
Yeah,
And
I
whether
believe it.
whether that's because of like our fault, which happens, or the other team's fault, it was so fucking lame, man. All
100%
NA, from my experience of scrimming and practicing for years, is all NA wants to do is win, even in practice.
Yeah.
And that does nothing. Winning in practice does nothing for you.
Yeah, so like no, I actually understand that mentality for sure. Because like practice is where you try things out, and it's okay if you lose. That's the whole point. But like it's really true. Like most teams do just want to win in NA. For most games I play competitively, at least. Yep.
NA's more known for being personalities than anything else, I swear.
Back when I played CSGO, just like religiously every day, like I tried getting tryouts on better teams and it was like impossible. It's like if they didn't know who you were, it's just like, nah, you suck, we don't care.
Yeah. It was tough to get your chance, 100%.
Yeah, and I felt like I was pretty good at one point in CSGO.
Yeah, Mr. fucking 0.2 sensitivity, I remember.
Hey,
You
I
fucking
get it.
he like
sensitivity.
he literally his aim was a brick.
Did you use like your arrow?
As
keys
in
to turn
his
left and right?
aim was fucking nuts, but if you shot him from behind, he ain't turning around.
He ain't
More
turning.
than likely.
He ain't
More than
turning
likely I
around.
wasn't turning the time.
Holy crap!
See,
that is
but it didn't
so
matter
low.
because I usually didn't get flanked.
Wait, what DPI, Patrick?
400.
Oh my! Even at 8, that's hella slow, but still, holy crap, dude, that's insane. Like my sense at 1.52 was considered slow. That's I couldn't imagine, dude. You had to like probably freaking whip that sucker, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was so much
Throw it
fun.
across the room.
It was so much fun to watch him play. So slow.
Hey, you probably held an angle hard though.
Oh
I
fuck.
was usually entry though. I mean, I could move decently.
Dude, Valorant has some pretty stacked fucking teams right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see the next. I'm gonna be real. Sentinels, super enjoyable to watch. Their play style is just freaking in your face. Like the latest finals, I can't remember the tournament, but that was hella fun to watch actually.
I think it sucks because we haven't seen any competitions between EU and NA, but I think NA is pretty fucking solid in Valorant right now. But we just have
like aggressive.
we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna be able to until LAN.
Yeah.
To actually have like
It'll
a
be
good idea.
It'll be a
Yeah.
while still. Dude,
Mhm.
Valorant, like Valorant's just gonna hit and it's gonna hit hard.
Yeah, once LAN starts
Yeah,
pumping out, dude,
yeah.
it's gonna grow.
It, like,
it's gonna explode.
Right, it has the perfect recipe right now, right? It's just like CS numbers are dipping, but to be fair, CS strives on LAN, right? So that's why they're dipping. Obviously, once LAN comes back, it'll be a little different, but still, if Valorant nails the timing of coming to LAN and like tournaments are popping off, it's gonna blow the fuck up even more than it already has.
I definitely think, no doubt about it, it's gonna take the number 1 FPS spot, like for esports.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I can't
Easily.
see it not like at all. Yeah.
You know what I'm surprised about? I'm surprised League still has as much viewership as it does.
Nah, dude.
Fucking
You
crazy.
gotta think about like a generation grew up on that almost. You know what I'm saying? Like even Minecraft and Fortnite, like a whole generation grew up on those games. Like that's their childhood games, basically. Makes sense to me at least.
Yeah, but
And
you
it's
but you
good.
got to think about the next generation. You know, the next generation is equally as important, if not more,
for
if not
sure.
more important.
Well, it's called the gambling generation, Mike. So everyone's just gonna spend their money on boxes for the rest of their lives. We already lost that generation, actually.
My favorite generation.
My favorite.
I love how so many people get so aggressive and toxic towards Valorant just because they don't like it.
Dude,
It
it's a great
doesn't. It
game.
doesn't have to be for you. Like if you
Yeah.
don't like it, it's fine.
Like, there's no doubt about it. It's a good game. It's
Yeah.
a solid game.
They made Siege worse? I thought it was gonna be better.
Actually, in the worst state it's ever been.
How? How does that happen every time?
Pros are really upset that Siege is transitioning into a utility game rather than gunfight game, which I think is like pretty true. Like when I play Siege and with all the utility that they're adding to all the characters, it's pretty obvious. The game's been like that for a while now.
Well, yeah, they're trying to make it so that you have to work together and win off of, your character's utility rather than your skill and aim or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know how that's something to complain about. If that's what they're trying to be a team game. That's kind of what you need to do. Team games are structured around utility. Personally, my biggest issue with Siege and my biggest concern is that it's not casual enough. It's a game that is sweaty and will forever be sweaty. There's nothing lighthearted about that fucking game, and it's frustrating.
Yeah, that game's nuts to like jump into and try to learn.
Yeah,
You just die from so many angles. You're like, what?
that's the biggest problem. And in order to do that, they'd have to restructure the whole game, which sucks, but that is literally the biggest flaw of Siege.
If you don't know anything about the game and you don't play it, it's gonna be really hard for you to watch it. Unlike, CS or Valorant, I feel like those are probably a lot easier to watch. Even though Valorant's still pretty crazy too, honestly.
Yeah, Valorant can get pretty nuts to watch. But the thing is, even though Valorant is kind of nuts to watch, it's still super easy to follow because everything's pretty straightforward,
You know when people are gonna die or get in fights.
Yeah.
In Siege, it's like you're watching a guy watch a wall, and then all of a sudden there's a giant fight through the wall, and you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Or, like,
it's-
You're watching Pro League and everyone just dies except for one person, and like the spectator never captured any of it because it's so hard to follow. Just all over.
Yeah,
the place.
because you have people, you have your lurks on one floor, and then you have like people breaching on another floor, and then people trying to like distract from another floor, and then there's no way an observer can catch all of those perspectives. But in a game like Valorant or CS, it's just, oh, it looks like the team is leaning towards A site. All right, let's go watch A site happen. That's it. It's that simple. You don't need to know the specifics of like what character does what, but you know what's happening.